Hi, and welcome to my channel. Um, as I'm speaking, I'm trying to think of what the name's going to be, so we'll get to that at the end. Or maybe I'll do it in my intro. So I have been doing diamond art for about 2 years. I got started when a friend of mine sent me some kits while I was sick. I had cancer a couple years ago, and I was home basically with not a whole lot to do, and she sent me a set of kits and I got hooked. And I just had not seen any content online about diamond painting until the other day. I actually was looking for something, and if you hear birds, it's because I've got parakeets. I'm the crazy bird lady. I got 5 of them. So I apologize for the added noise, but there's really no getting around it when you have 5 birds. So I digress. So anyways, I was introduced to diamond painting and I really loved it, and it really helped me pass the time. And so I used to say, I don't know why people buy all this stuff to go with their diamond painting, because, you know, they give you everything you need with every kit. Well, now here I am 2 years later with all this stuff. And now I get it. Anyways, so I just got a few things recently, and I wanted to, this was on Amazon. It came with a ruler, and it's got these really fancy tips, and I love this. It was only $10, $9.99. I don't really, to be honest, I don't use it as I find it heavier than it needs to be for doing the diamonds. I actually prefer the ones that come with them, with the 3-placer. That may change because this has some larger placers that I might try to use with some bigger kits. But it came with this handy little thing. And if you're like me and you're half blind, this comes in real handy. That wasn't with it. This is just some of my extra little stick-on paper. It comes with a cute little thing of wax, a little brush, and or maybe that brush came with this other thing. Yeah, I think that brush came with that. And of course your tweezers. And all of that for just $10. But this was what I was going for. I thought this would be nicer because if you take this part off, it's not as heavy. I think I just like the other ones because they're lighter weight. But I love this roller thing. I had bought one of those bigger rollers, but I have no idea where it went. They're going to get loud on me for no reason at all. I start talking, they get loud. Anyways, but I wanted to start this channel off because I recently did something that I've never done, and that was I went on a little bit of a spree, a little bit of a shopping spree on Amazon, and I was looking for projects that were in the, you know, $5 range to under. I don't have like a huge amount of money to spend, and I used to be a quilter, and it just got to be too cumbersome to have all of the stuff, and so I started doing the diamond art, and I was like, okay, I don't think I really have the need to do the quilting anymore. This is really just as therapeutic, because, you know. So I ordered some stuff, and I wanted to show it off and start this channel off with a bang. I've watched a few channels because I didn't really know how do you do a diamond art YouTube channel, right? And I think mine will be a little bit different in that I didn't see anybody really, in some of the channels that I looked up, I didn't really see anybody actually doing the diamond art. They were just sharing their stuff, which is great because I got to see a lot of stuff. But eventually, after this first one's, this intro, probably just be me showing you my new stuff. And then the next video, I'm going to start on one of the paintings. I have another painting in the works, which is why I'm kind of, you know, and I might actually start working on that. But I was thinking something like conversations while we diamond art, and maybe we get a group of people that are diamond arting and we do a live call and we talking while we're doing the diamond art. So I don't know, that's just my idea. So the first one I got is this. I didn't know that it was going to come in this fancy box, and I also didn't realize that it had that it was on a canvas. It's on an actual canvas. I did open this to look at it. As you can tell, I'm into birds. As you can hear the loud racket that's going on in the background. This comes with the key code on a printed piece of paper. But it's quite a nice canvas, and I think it's actually wood, and then the paper's just overlaid on it. So that's going to be a fun one to do. And it also came with these little, I think these are those, what's the word I'm looking for? You're all probably screaming at the screen saying what it is, but those sticky things, you know, where Velcro. There it is. And then it came with, I think it has 20 colors. So they're just in the normal packaging of colors. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 2 years now. I started in, and this one came with the, so most of the things I've ever gotten have come with just these plastic tweezers, which are fine. I don't really use them that often. This one came with one of these trays, which I do like these trays, but I have a little bit bigger one that I like. I do like these trays. This came with, it came with a liner, or you know, you push it to line it up. It came with one of those, your standard 1 and 2 and 3 piecer. And then it came with some really fancy tweezers because they're metal. They're not plastic like the other ones, and they have a little bit more. I would assume these are going to work a lot better than those plastic things. And then, and in fact, I might just keep this one out. And I'm not going to take all of these out for these packages, but this came with the little squishy thing, which I do appreciate, because if you're working on it a long time, it kind of helps your fingers from getting fatigued. Although they are kind of a pain to put on. They don't like to go on. Okay. It's not going to go on for me right now, so I'm just going to put that back for another day. But that's kind of nice, and it is nice to have this little piece, and I might put that up there too. Okay. I found these trays, these purple trays, in a set on Amazon a few weeks ago. So they're not actually, and it is quite nice because it's got all of the things, and it can give you, I'm usually a one tray at a time person. I don't have multiple colors out because I get confused and then I put the wrong color somewhere, so I don't do that a lot. But I did like the trays, and I like having the nice big ones. And it is nice you can set stuff out. So that's that. And those were, I think, like $10 too. Oh, and that came with these. Okay. Now, this is my first video as far as diamond painting, so if I'm a little scatterbrained, forgive me, I haven't done this before. It's all new. I just decided I would try. I'm working on something else, but I thought, you know what? I'm seeing these channels, and I'm thinking this could be a really good one. Now, I'm into butterflies and birds, okay, and animals. I haven't much done anything with people. I think that people would be a little harder to be more realistic because of the pixelation and whatnot. You have to do really big pictures in order for them to really look the way you would want them to. So I have really steered clear of things with actual people. Now this, oh, I like this. Isn't that pretty? So this is only a 30 by 30. It has 25 colors, and these ones come a little bit differently because it's flat. It's in a flat deal, but it has the same. Oops. I wonder if they're by the same company. I don't know. Like I said, I was on a clearance. I was looking at clearance, and you know, anything that had a sale or a coupon that would make things at the $5 to no more than like $8 kits. And those are going to be pretty. I like the blues and the pinks and the purples. Purples are my favorite. So that's that kit. There's one. I'm just going to set that with this, and then I'll put it back in later. no sense in me fighting it. And then I got another butterfly one. You're going to see a lot of butterflies. That I can tell you. But what I was thinking is, once I get through this, you know, I'm going to do this one. Oh, yeah, this one's a bit bigger than the other one. This one is a 30 by 40. This is pretty much the standard size that I get, is a 30 by 40, mostly because they're big enough that they look nice, but they're small enough that they don't take forever. That makes them enjoyable to do, because you can finish them, you know, in a few weeks of doing them, you know, here and there. I'm not one that's going to sit down and do them all in a sitting or in 3 sittings. It's going to take me a while to work on them. But this came with your standard green boat with the, you know, the standard. I'm not going to take all that out. Okay. And just set that one right there. Let's move this a little bit here. Let's make this make sense. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then I found this one. This is a stained glass tree. And it's also a 40 by 30 centimeter, which I think is a 12 by 16 or something like that in inches. Ooh, no. Don't do that. I don't like these sticky things. It makes it really hard to get things out because it sticks to the plastic. Okay, I have to hold that like so. Okay. See that? And the picture that it showed on Amazon really looked like stained glass. So we'll see how it ends up. And I think I ordered another one too, but I don't know if the other one came just yet. This one comes with all the colors. And I'm just going to pull out the kit to see what the kit is that came with it. Yeah, it's just the standard kit with the, although these ones I'm finding the white trays with the, and then it comes with a handful of baggies for kitting up. Oh, and this one came with a, it's like a 5 to 7, maybe an 8 tool to go onto that. So that's nice. And then it came with 2 things of wax. I'm just going to set this like so. Make it easier to put them away. Okay, and then I found this beautiful hummingbird. I really like the hummingbirds and the butterflies and okay, I don't know how to get this. Oh, here it is. Almost. I think I'm gonna try something. Let's see if this trick works. I'm gonna fold this over and under and stick it down on the back side. Hey, that was a good idea on the fly, and it works. Keep it from sticking to your art page, your canvas. Okay. I like how these ones are done, just in half instead of all rolled up. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. I think it's this way. Is that coming through? Are you able to see that? Okay. Isn't that pretty? I love the colors. It's pinks and blues and purples. That might be the first one to work on. I don't know. I really like that. Okay. And I don't have the prices next to me because I didn't see the price thing in here anyways. That's the first of the paintings. And then I got some fun stuff too, because as I had said to my friend a while back, I don't know why people get all this stuff to go with their diamond stuff. It seems like a waste of money till you start doing it for a long time, and then you're like, Oh, that would be really helpful. That would be really helpful. So this, I'm gonna have to use this on it because I can't get it. This one's like heat tempered down and not just a thin spot, but a big one. Okay. These, when I work on my sofa, I have a light table or a light thing. And sometimes I sit in my chair and have it propped up on a thing. And this is a sticky thing to set your trays on. And I'm sure it would be really good to put that as well, but it's sticky, so it stays in place and doesn't slide and fall. You've ever dropped a tray of diamonds because you're sitting in a precarious way, or it's resting on my armchair? I've dumped them a couple times. It's not good. It's not good at all. So I bought this, and it was I didn't need so many, but it came with, I think, 5 or 6. One, 2, ooh, they're pretty. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yep, came with 6. So I will definitely have one where I have 2 different places I work. I work at this desk, and I work sometimes in my chair, just because I want to watch TV or listen to TV and do it. So that was. I don't have the garbage can right in the bag. The other thing I got was some art dot storage boxes. And this is because I used to just throw away the extra drills. And then one of you, I don't remember who it was because I was up late watching, I found diamond painting on YouTube and was like, I didn't know there was people showing you how to do stuff here. So that's what gave me the idea to decide to start a channel. I didn't understand, what would I need extra, every kit comes with enough diamonds, right? But then this gal was taking, and she was doing them on glass, and she was, making up her own drawings and making them, and I thought, that could be really fun. And you can, so you could trace a pattern on, and she did real simple things, like she spelled out the word love or something else. And that was like, I'm like, I could do simple stuff like that. I'm not very artistic. I have to have things that make me artistic. I'm artistic in that I like how things go, but I'm not artistic as in can't draw. So these, nice. These can be, I normally use, where are my normal kits? Do I have any over here? I don't. It's over. It's not sitting by me. Oh, but I think I ordered some new ones, so I can show you what I normally use. This is a good idea because if you're working on a kit, this came with, I think it's 64. 16 times 4. Yeah, I think it's 64. Holders for your diamonds, and I think this would probably hold one package, maybe, of diamonds, and that way you're not fishing for the stuff. But this is a good way to kit things up. And I reuse stickers, or I reuse containers. I'll dump them all out after doing a kit and then start all over. But I'm gonna try to save some just to try to do an extra some kind of project like that. So I'm gonna set those right there. It's garbage. And then these are the kind that I normally use. I am so sorry about the birds. They're not usually, well, that's not true. They're usually loud. But I don't notice it as much as when I'm trying to so these are the containers I normally buy or normally have. I have a couple other sets of them. And just as I do a project, I'll dump out the old ones and then put new tags on them for the new ones. But since I have so many kits and I might work on a couple projects at one time, I decided to get some more. And I like these because these are really simple, pop up, label them. There's enough for it to be all of what you're going to need for any particular kit. Like this one has, oh, that one has 30. This one has 30 colors. I didn't notice that. But these were for 20, 28. So this doesn't quite do a full kit on one with that many colors, but you can always use the other one. So these are something that I highly recommend if you're for kitting up. When you get your things, if they don't come already prepackaged, ready to go, this is a really good way to do it. And it's pretty inexpensive. I think these are like $5 or $6 for a set of them. It's not very expensive at all. And then there's one more diamond painting in this that I ordered. And this one has some special, I thought this one has some special jewels. But I might be wrong. Maybe it just looks like it. But we shall see. And I'm going to try this trick again because that was really nifty. So you just flip it over and glue it down there, and that way you can get it out without it causing you all those issues. Amazing. Okay, and this one's kitted. I think these must be all from the same company. Yeah, this is another butterfly. So pretty. All right. And this has 26 colors. So this would fit perfectly in the box. Ready to go. Okay, this here. So that's box number 1. I have 2 envelopes. I'm telling you, I went overboard. I never do this, but I just went for it, and then I'm like, well, maybe this is the best time to start a channel, because I may not do this again for a long, long time. It'll take me a long time to get through all these, and I'm thinking that this might be the same one. I may have liked it so much I accidentally ordered it twice. And no, it's not, but it's very similar to the other ones. That's good. At least they're not repeats. That's the one thing I have to be careful of is the repeats, because I've done it. It's not that big of a deal if I am not spending high dollars. If I buy an extra kit, I just get somebody else hooked on it. I'm like, hey, I got an extra one. You want to try it? And then they also get hooked. So yeah, there's that. I like to spread the joy. This one, I'm gonna roll this a little bit to see if I can get that to flatten out a little bit. Isn't that pretty? I really do love the lavenders and blues and the bright colors. Okay. And now somebody showed me a trick too to get these to lay down. I'm not going to do it right now, but oops. Is to pull the film up and then re-put it down. That'll help get it to lay flat. And so that's a really good trick that I saw somebody do that I was watching the other night. Okay, so that one goes there. Sorry, I got my pile here. Okay, and then there's 2 more little packages in the box. I'm telling you, I went a little nuts. I spent a little more than I should have, but you know what? In the grand scheme of things, all of my kits that I bought were between, and most of them were in the $5.99. I think they were on clearance, like they were normally $10 canvases, and they were on sale at 50% off or 40% off. And so, and this is an Easter one, which was normally, I think it was a bit more, but it was on special for like $4.99 or something like that. And to me, it was like, well, I can work on it next year. Easter's tomorrow. But it'll certainly still be good for next year. And so I always think it's funny when you get these discounts on stuff that because of the season or because of the holiday, because gonna come around again next year, and I won't have to go buy any next year. So, really cute little bunny. Isn't he cute? I used to have a little bunny. I've had a couple different bunnies. But oh, it's cute. And this has 24 colors. It's only a 30 by 30, but it's a nice little project. You know, get it made and put it out at Easter time. You know, I have a couple frames that I bought that I think I can repurpose during different times. You know, put in one picture at some time and then switch it out at different times of the year. Okay, and my pile is growing. Okay, one more envelope. This is fun. It's like Christmas. See, I never buy this much at once, ever. But I just decided that I was looking at I didn't actually make a decision I was going to make this big of a purchase. I was looking at the things that were on sale and whatnot, and there were so many good kits. I was like, oh, dang, I'm going to need to order a few. Before I knew it, my cart was full, really full. Okay. Do our little trick again. This trick is really nice. Really nice. Let's drop something off. I'll get it later. The real trick is going to be getting all of these back in their packages so that I don't lose all the pieces. This was really cool looking, and they were on sale for, I think, like $6. It's obviously you can see it's a bear, but it's got the forest in the picture. I just thought it was really cool. And there's a couple others that I ordered that are in the same genre, probably the same person, but there are 25 colors in this, and they come the same standard way. It just comes with a normal little green boat, a few baggies, and a wax thing, and then your standard. They didn't even give you any extras, just the standard little what do you call that, stylus. Okay, all right, now we get to the box. And I don't know how much is going to be in here. I think there's 3 or 4 more, and that's it. Okay. Now, so I can, oh yeah. So here's another one of those with a scene inside the animal. I just thought it was really cool. I just love that. I just discovered to do that. I never thought of it before. Oh yeah, this is the wolf. And it's got a forest fire going on inside of it. This has 24 colors. And the first 9 are done in numbers, and then it goes to random letters. And it looks pretty easy to do. I like this because so I have 3 light pads. I know. The first one I bought was the A4, which is just, you know, smaller than this. And it works great on my lap in the other room. And then I got the one that fits a 30-40 perfectly. And I ordered the A2 not realizing how big it is before I ordered the other one. The A2 is huge. It's really big. And I actually haven't used it but the couple times when I first got it, and then I ordered the smaller one, the 30-40, because that's really the size I use the most. It is nice to have that for when I have a couple bigger canvases that I don't know when I'll get to, but that'll work really good with those, because I don't like having to mess with moving them around once I start them. So, but this is really pretty. Hope I'm not boring you all. But I'm really excited. I've never done this where I got, you know, so many kits all at one time. It's like Christmas. Oh, and then I got this. This is a horse of many colors. It reminds me of the Wizard of Oz with the horses, all the different colors. Okay, you guys, pipe down. I'm almost done. Okay. Maybe on my intro to the video, I'll post some pictures of the birds so you guys can see who's making all the noise. Oh, I really like this. It's got all kinds of different designs in here. This has 25 colors, and they're bright colors. I like working with some bright colors, especially the purples and the pinks and the greens that all go together. So this is going to be nice. This came with your basic kit. It's got the stylus has a 3-prong on the end. 2 things of wax, which I never use more than one on a thing. In fact, I stuff all my waxes in this. This came with a diamond. Oh, what's that one called? The DD one. Diamond dot. Diamond dot. I'm just trying to think of it. I got a butterfly one that I did, gosh, over a year ago. And it came with this little container, and I thought, oh, this works really good. So whenever I open up a new one of the waxes, I put it in here, and it lasts for a long time. Several projects, actually. Okay, so we've got this one, and then there's just 2 more. Okay, and I think this is another butterfly. So if you like butterflies, well, I'm not an expert. I can't talk to the quality of all the different things. I just know that for one of the reasons why I like this particular kind of project is this is a project that anybody can do, just about. You know, anybody can do it. And it's really not that expensive to get into. When I first got it started, like I said, my friend sent me a kit. It had 6 different canvases in it, and I've done 3 of them, I think, and then I got other canvases. And it was a thing of a bunch of different butterflies. This is a nice big one. This is a 40 by 40. I really like this size. The 30 by 30 is nice, but I think I really like this. I haven't got one this size before. And I like it because it's big, but it's not so big. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is going to be nice. And it has 27 colors. And they're all these bright colors. I do love the bright colors. Okay. So what was I saying? So this is a project. So if you were deciding you wanted to do diamond painting and you're not a person that's got a lot of money, and this is why it has worked so well for me. I don't have a lot of money, but I did spend a lot on this haul. I think I spent $75, which is a lot of money for me to spend. But look what I got. I mean, it's not like I got, 3 projects. I got enough to keep me going for over a year. I'm going to have no excuse to buy anything because I've got really more than I can work on. But this is something where if you've got $5, $10, you can go on to Amazon. And you can find sometimes even more than one project. Sometimes you can find them on sale for $2.99 or find them at a really low price point. And there's still some of them you have to be careful with. I bought some last year that were a package of, I think it was 12 for like $20 or something like that. And they weren't very good quality. And I have an idea of how I'm going to use them. I did one of them and I just didn't really like it, so I'm not putting a lot of time into it. Oh, look at this. Is that not cute? I used to have a little kitty named Milo that didn't have as much white in it, but it was a yellow kitty. So, and this is the standard 30 by 30. So see the difference in the sizes of that. That just makes it big enough that it doesn't look so pixelated. So I do like that 30 by or 40 by 40. And it would actually be nice if they started doing these type ones in a 40 by 40. And then this came with the same, there we go, the same way. So these will all have to be kitted up. They're not ones like, the one I got, I'm working on a dot art that I had made of a picture of my dog that passed away last year. I took one of her pictures and turned it into a diamond art, and it was really inexpensive. I thought, oh, somebody said, oh, you should have it put on diamond art, and I'm like, that's really expensive. Anytime you do something that's, you know, custom like that, and it really wasn't. It's a 30 by 30, but it was only $8. It was $7.95 or something like that. So you can look for having it done, and I didn't think it was going to be very good quality, but it's turning out, I'm only about 3 inches up. It's turning out, it's looking really good. So I'll probably show that on my next video. But that's my haul for the day. I think it's going to keep me busy for probably more than a year, which is good. But give me an idea. I'm not, I haven't been, gosh, can I speak? And you hear that? That's birds. They're flying around. I haven't ever done like this type of a genre for videos. I'm more of an entrepreneur, and I'm working on some stuff in that genre. But this just, I was looking up videos, and I was finding, you know, this is something that I really love. Once you get the bug, you get the bug. That's why, you know, I buy a duplicate kit. I'm like, oh, who am I going to bless somebody with this? Because you get the right person, and then all of a sudden they're like, you got me hooked. You know, because it's so relaxing. If you haven't done diamond painting and you're just watching, trying to see what this is all about, what's this diamond painting thing? I was the same way. When I had heard about it prior to getting the kits, and then when my friend sent me the kits, and I was like, well, this is interesting. And we might end up with the bird in the view, although I have the camera pointed pretty low. They didn't get out and play yesterday, and I opened their cage door prior to getting on. I wasn't really thinking about what I was going to be doing. But anyways, when I first heard about it, I'm like, well, that sounds like a weird thing to do. And I did quilting for many, many years, like for the last 40 years, 30 years. I did quilting starting in like 93, I think. I think it was 93, 94. When I came back from college. So it must have been end of 93, 94. I started quilting, and I got involved with a quilt group, and it was just an ongoing thing. And I made a lot of nice quilts, and I had a lot of fun, but I just got to the point where it was just a lot to pull everything out. I'm in a smaller place now, and just no room for pulling out, you know, all the fabrics and the cutting table and all that. So when my friend introduced me to this, it was like the best gift ever, because I was just really didn't have a lot of energy. I had low energy. I was going through treatment, and I needed something I could do that would keep my mind busy, but that wasn't like taxing on your energy. And this is perfect for that. And it actually, I don't know about anybody out there, but when I'm working on the things you can think about, I can start praying, I can start talking. But what I thought about for this channel, and I don't know, I haven't seen this format. I looked at a lot of different ones, so I thought this might be a good way for me to go. And that is for me to, because I didn't see very many people working on projects. There was a couple people, but I didn't really see very many people working on projects. And I know that it takes a long time to do a project. Like it takes hours. So I was thinking of doing like a conversational video, and then on the end of that conversational part, doing a speed up on how things go. That might be the best way to do it, so that it can be more where you're seeing it actually get done. And you're also and actually interacting and talking about various things. Could be art, could be media, could be, anything. Uh, I kind of liken it to the women's circle um, when we were when we were sewing, because I had a group of ladies, and sometimes we would all get together with our sewing machines, and we'd be talking and sewing, and it's just a good time. In the old days, the ladies used to get together and have a sewing circle, and they'd be sewing um, while they talked. And I thought that could be really interesting, and it could be a really good live chat idea where, once a month go live and have people ask questions and have me answering questions from different people on, different things. I'm not an expert by any means. I've been doing it for 2 years. But like I said, I haven't. Some of the people that I saw videos on were doing these gigantic canvases. That's just too overwhelming for me. I did buy a couple that are, I think they're 40 by 40. I think that's what they are, or 40 by 36 or something like that. I can't remember the diameters of them, and they're in the other room. That are beautiful. These flower scenes that I got that I want to make and put up on the wall. But those are going to take a long time, and they might be one of those long time projects that I film over time and then show the final result. But I thought that's how those could be used. But these are the things that I have. I have my little area set up here. This is the sealer that I've been using. I found this on Amazon. I looked for deals, and I found this. I took the label off so I could tell how much was in them on one of them. So I bought a set of 6 of these, and it will last me for a good long time. Today I took a trip I saw somebody mention that Dollar Tree had canvases, and they were small little projects, and I thought that would be fun to do with kids. And so because they're small, something that they could accomplish and finish. But our Dollar Tree didn't have them, but they did have what a lot of people use Mod Podge for their sealers. And they did have little bottles that were, I think, maybe 2 or 3 ounces for $1.25. So I did pick up a couple of those because that seems to be what a lot of people use. This works really good. You pour it over, and then I use this little, this is actually where did it go? This is actually came in a lotion kit that I had, but it works really good for spreading it out on the canvas. You just brush it over, and it then fills in the thing. So this is more of and it dries clear, and everything's still just as sparkly. I've heard people say it takes away the sparkle, and it probably does to a degree. I have a couple that I never sealed because I didn't know you were supposed to, and then I saw that it was a while back. I saw somebody do on a channel that they were sealing, and I'm like, I never thought about doing that. And so that was one of the things. Well, anyways, I didn't realize I'd been going so long, and I don't know how many of you are going to have listened long enough to hear my meanderings as I go, but I do appreciate if you watched today, if you would be so kind to give me a like, and if you enjoy listening to me ramble, subscribe, and if you like any of the pictures here, I'm thinking of working on this stuff while I talk about any of the diamond art stuff, and go from there. And as I learn, I will pass along any tips and tricks that I pick up. Anyways, hope you have a great day, and I don't know how to say goodbye on this. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.